welcome to Hive Virtual Edition. My name is Lori. Today we're going to make our own soap. We're going to use the melt and pour method. This is a method where you'll have to purchase the raw ingredients from a craft store. Our focus then will be the additives, materials for exfoliation, texture, and scent. Then we'll ensure that we package it attractively to make sure that it's really your very own creation. There are recipes for making your own soap from scratch, but they do require toxic ingredients, most notably lye. For that reason, I've decided to use the melt and pour method. If we wish to get into this a little deeper at another time, we can certainly do so using lye and the other necessary ingredients to make our own recipe. You'll need to buy the goat's milk soap in cubes from a craft store. You can purchase molds or you can use an empty milk carton. You may want to add your own essential oils. I'm going to try a variety of soaps: oatmeal honey, apricot seed, green tea, and orange citrus to see what I like the best. We'll start by cutting the soap into cubes. I'm going to start with 5. I think 5 will make 1 bar of soap. We'll put them into a microwave-safe glass container. We'll put them in the microwave for 30 seconds on high. Then check and stir. Stir vigorously, trying to break up any chunks that remain, and then return to the microwave for another 20 to 30 seconds. Stir again. For this batch, I poured it into a bowl, but in subsequent bars, I eliminated this step and just mixed right from the Pyrex measuring cup. You'll have to work quickly to add whatever exfoliant you wish to use. For this recipe, I put in a teaspoon of green tea. I had to work really quickly after I transferred containers because it really did start to harden. I sprinkled a few green tea leaves into the base of my mold, but actually found 5 cubes was not enough to fill the mold for a complete bar of soap. For the next bars, I used 6 to 7 cubes of the soap. Because I didn't have enough of the soap mixture, this bar will be much thinner than I would like. For the second bar, I'm going to use 6 cubes of the soap. I got a plastic spoon to stir because the stick was just not enough. And for this bar, it's going to be an apricot citrus bar. So these are ground apricot seeds. Just having the 1 additional cube of soap in the mixture allowed me more time to stir. Here's the citrus essential oils that I'm adding. Stir to ensure that the seeds and the oils are evenly distributed. And the 6 cubes filled my mold very well. This time I'm going to make a citrus soap bar, and the exfoliant I'm putting in is orange rind. You have to really squeeze the juice out of the rind before putting into the soap mixture. So I am sprinkling a few of the rinds into the base of the mold before I put the soap mixture in. This bar of soap is going to be an oatmeal honey bar. The oatmeal is the exfoliant, and the honey just adds a smoother texture and lots of nutritional benefits. I added a tablespoon of oatmeal, stirred a bit, and then added another teaspoon. As well, a tablespoon or two of honey. I had this glass container that has a chip out of it and thought that it would make a nice square shaped bar. So I put some of the mixture in there and we'll see how it works out. After filling each mold with the soap mixture, a quick spray of rubbing alcohol breaks up any bubbles that form and gives a smoother surface when it dries. After 40 minutes to an hour of drying, you're ready to pop the soap out of the mold. This is the apricot citrus soap. Came out quite well. This is the orange citrus. It really has a little bit of an orange color to it, which I like. This is a rose floral soap I made out of a butter tart container. This is the green tea soap where I didn't have quite enough soap to fill the mold. It looks great on the right side, just a little thinner than you might hope. And this last one is the oatmeal honey soap. It worked out well in the mold. The one that I put in the glass dish, though, I learned that a glass dish is not suitable as a soap mold, as you can't bend it to pop the soap out. So I really had to dig to get it out. And eventually I cut it in half and took it out in two separate halves, which I'll be able to make use of anyway. Here are all the soaps I made. I enjoyed making the goat's milk soap so much that I decided to go out and buy ingredients to try glycerin soap. So this is what resulted with my glycerin soap using all natural ingredients. Orange rind, apricot seeds, cedar, coffee, brown sugar, cinnamon, and raspberry. Now on to wrapping these soaps as creatively as we can. I'm going to start with this green tea goat's milk and try to wrap it to look as much like a tea bag as I can. This is just regular waxed paper, and I'm going to wrap it as you would any gift on the edges. Fold the corners in to make like a triangle, and then fold the top edge down twice. Next, we'll prepare a piece of string with a knot on each end. Using a stapler, attach one end to the soap package as a tea bag and the other end to the tag. This next piece of soap, I'm just going to add a cardboard sleeve to it. I do like to keep things looking quite natural since the soap is all natural ingredients. You can put whatever label you wish on this sleeve. For this orange soap, I've found a piece of decorative cardboard, and I'm going to shape it somewhat like a box, giving it really nice folds because we're going to wrap it like a present, but it is very thick cardboard, so we'll have to pre-fold the edges. Secure as you would any other gift. If you can use glue, that's great. It avoids showing any tape. And I like to add a little natural flair by wrapping it with a piece of twine. This bar of coffee soap, I believe, already looks quite unique. So I'm going to just put a twine ribbon on it. You have to make sure that your soap is well protected by putting it in saran wrap or some kind of plastic. Simply tie the twine around it and make a label that is suitable. For this honey rose soap, I'm going to wrap it in a brown paper, almost envelope-like package. For this piece of cedar glycerin soap, I've cut a piece of leftover eyelet fabric that I was able to find. I like this because it does show the color of the soap through the wrapping, and I'm going to wrap it like a Christmas cracker with a ribbon in green on either end. These soaps are all great for your own use or a very unique gift.